Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I definitely want to thank you for tuning in to my channel. I'm, of course, as always, Freakazoid67216, and I do hope you're having yourself a wonderful good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, regardless of where you are in the world and the time of day you are watching this video. I am not an expert when it comes to keyboards, but when this particular company reached out to me and asked me to kind of sample and review their keyboard, I thought, why not just take you guys along for the ride? So we're going to be doing both an unboxing and a little bit of review of this guy here. This is from a company called Kitcom. As you can see, there's a model number. It's the NK60T. And we are going to be unboxing and reviewing this wonderful little keyboard at the same time. And I hope it's not broken because I just heard something rattling around in there. Anyway, so without further ado, let's crack this bad boy open and take a look, shall we? So, first and foremost, we're going to switch over to my overhead camera, and you can kind of see here. Now, I have two different overhead cameras available. One is going to be this little guy right here, which is from my Logitech camera. I've got this set up perfectly, so that way you guys can see whatever I'm messing with. And then I have this camera, so you can kind of view me at in the process. So this is going to be my Logitech. This is going to be my Razer Keo, and then the previous camera you just saw, which is right here, is going to be a Elgato face cam. Now, all of the products and everything I shall have posted in the description down below if you're interested in picking one of those up. Without further ado, let's get this box open. Now, you guys can't really see it too terribly well because of the weird coloring that this system's set up. But they have this print on here, and personally, I can't even read it because the white just does not clash well with the yellow. And you move it around with the light, I mean, it just makes it even worse. So, if Kitcom does see this, because you can kind of see the model number, the company name, you can still kind of see this, even though it's like a darker shade of gray, but it's still visible. This right here, because this talks about the product, that's going to be my first main complaint. So if they see this, I hope they change this to make this darker. Now, I did kind of do some, like, short, real quick product review, or not really review, but like research as far as for this thing goes. And I was kind of impressed from what I saw so far. So, this is going to be your basic 60% keyboard. Now, for those of you who do not know, there's two different types of keyboards. There's the 60/40 or the 100% keyboard. And the reason why they call it the 60/40 or the 100 is because it has the full 108 keys, which is the 10 key and then your standard keys associated with it. The 60 keyboard, as you can kind of see here, slightly lined up above it, does not have that 10 key option. So first and foremost, this is going to be a great option for someone to use if they're wanting to go to a LAN party and they don't want to take a massive keyboard with them. This is going to be option number one. So let's get this open, get this out of the baggie. Now, as you can see from right off the bat, there is no cord attached to this keyboard, but there's a reason for it. And I did read this one. Ah, there it is. What's in here? Oh, that's what we heard rattling around. Okay. Now, we'll go over the reason for this here in a second, but the company decided that they were going to do a Type-C removable to USB, I think this is a 2.0 or a 2.1 or something, but it's basically a USB to Type-C, so that way you can do a custom cable routing regardless of how you want it. So if you want first come this way down that channel or directly out, and then do your cable management from around your desk. So this gives you that freedom to move that. Or if you want to keep this cable to the side and just unplug it from here and then transport this keyboard and a different cable to a LAN event, this makes it a lot more simple. So, outside of that, I mean, you kind of saw all that it had in it was the instruction manual, which was very, very small. It's not even like actual, it's just like a single page. Kind of gives you a little bit of a breakdown on how to control it. Now, this is RGB controlled, so it does have several options, and we'll kind of go into some of these settings off of here. Now, outside of that, that's it inside the packaging. So we'll set that to the side. Now, for some of you that are interested, you do have your standard legs, rubber mats. It does have, now mind you, this is the Corsair mouse mat, keyboard mat. This does give, even with this gives a really good amount of grip. I'm pushing pretty hard to get this to move, so that is definitely a bonus. So, we'll get keyboard plugged in. We'll just set it right there, generally where cords come out off keyboards. And we'll get this plugged in so you guys can kind of see this thing in action. Now, like I mentioned, this is a full RGB keyboard. As you can kind of see already off the color scheme. Now, the reason why I was mentioning with the controls, as you can see, using the function key, you can change the brightness. Now it is completely off. Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3, Stage 4, Stage 5, which is the brightest. You can increase the speed to make it move really fast, or make it go super slow. You can change the functionality behind it, all by pressing different buttons. So there's a lot of different features to be had here. I'm not a huge fan of RGB. I mean, yes, it has a lot of benefits behind it, but I'm not a huge fan of it. So these are all the presets that are on here. I mean, you have your standard media controls. Some of these others are for, like I said, for different lighting options. The F11 key allows you to load up calculator if you have it accessible. F12 allows you to program macros into the keys for playing MMOs or other specific games like World of Warcraft. F10 will load up your browser if you have it short-coded to it. So all of this is programmable and accessible. Now, one of the other things, outside of the RGB and everything, the reason for this is no keyboard is going to last forever. So you have the option to replace the switch. Now, since I know for a fact there is a large community of people that build their own keyboards, and I'm talking like getting the frame, getting the switches, getting the keys, getting springs, assembling all that together, using a specific type of grease and greasing the springs and the switches to help with the longevity of the key, and connecting them all together, just basically building their own keyboard from kits that you can buy. They're pretty pricey if you're wanting to try to get into something like that. This keyboard is going to be a good way to start. The reason why I say this is for the simple fact that not only with this little tool here can you use this to remove a keycap, which makes it a lot easier to clean underneath it, by the way. But here, I'll use the left arrow key here for a prime example. So you can hook this underneath the keycap, pop the keycap off, and you have full access to the switch underneath it. Now, I have done, like I was mentioning earlier in the video, I've kind of done some online searching and information about this. This company has built these this keyboard to allow you to take the to allow you to take the switch itself out to repair it or replace it. So if you are wanting to get into the customization, like the custom keyboards for any reason, this is a good start for you, because you can practice on something that doesn't cost that much and then break out into the other keyboards later. This was $40. Well, retail purchase, this is $40. Like I said, this was sent to me by Kitcom. So now I'm not personally going to do it because I'm not skilled enough to do it. There are videos from people on how to kind of tear this keyboard completely apart, take the switches out of the keyboard, and gives you more step-by-step instructions on tearing the switch apart to re-grease the switch or replace the spring or anything that you need to do with the switches. You can go through and then do that on your own. I probably won't, because I'm not skilled in doing that, although I can probably get good at it if I want to, but at the same time, I'm not interested in doing it right now. Now, if you're interested in this keyboard, I will have the product link for it in the description down below, which is associated to my Amazon information, along with my cameras, the microphone that I'm using, anything else that you might be interested in picking up. You know, it will help out my channel greatly. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you're a potential company looking for a beginning reviewer that you want to communicate with, please feel free to reach out to me. Leave comments in the comment section down below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel for future videos, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Take care and stay safe out there.